Welcome to Renaissance Academy. Today we are going to discuss modal auxiliaries, right? Which are also called as modals or secondary auxiliaries, right? So today we will talk about various types of modal auxiliaries which are used to express various kinds of feelings, right? Like permission, ability, possibility, necessity, suggestion, compulsion, wish, request. So we will talk about all these categories of modal auxiliaries uh, which are used to express various types of feelings, right? So the first category of modal auxiliaries is modal auxiliary expressing permission, right? So there are three types of modal auxiliaries which expresses permission. Can, may, and could. These are the three types of modal auxiliary which expresses permission. If you see the first sentence is, can I use your pen? Right. So over here, can I use your pen? In this sentence, can is a modal auxiliary which expresses permission. Right. So, but if you see the situation where we use such a kind of modal auxiliaries, can I use your pen? Right. So this kind of construction or such a kind of modal auxiliary can is used in informal situation. Whenever we want to seek a permission from our friends, right, or our colleagues, we use can I use your pen? While talking at informal situation, we use first kind of construction. Can I use your pen? Right. So the second example is, may I come in, sir? Right. So over here, may is a modal auxiliary which expresses permission. So if you see the sentence, over here we have the word said, right? So we can make conclusion that this modal auxiliary may is used in a situation of a formal kind of relationship, right? So in a formal relation, in a formal situation, we use may, right, modal auxiliary to seek a permission, right? So the third type of the third example is, could I talk to you for a minute? Right. So over here, could is also a modal auxiliary which expresses, which is used to express, which is used to express permission, right? Which is used to seek permission. Could I talk to you for a minute? Right. This is a kind of modal auxiliary which is more polite than may, right? So these are the three modal auxiliaries which are used to express permission. The first one, can I use your pen? Can is a modal auxiliary expressing permission used in informal situation. Second one, may I come in, sir? Right. So over here, may is a modal auxiliary again is used as expressing permission. Right. So it is used in one situation. Could I talk to you for a minute? This one is also a modal auxiliary, but it is more polite than may. Right. Now the second category of modal auxiliaries is modal auxiliaries expressing ability. Right. So there are again three types of modal auxiliary: can, could, and be able to. Right. These three modal auxiliary expresses ability. If you see the first example, I can run, right? So what can indicates present ability, right? So can is used to talk about an ability which is in present tense, right? Which is at present, the ability which is at present, right? So I can run, so now I can run, right? As I do have two legs, right? So I can run, where can indicates my present possibility. Uh, if you see the second example, I could run fast. Over here, could is a modal auxiliary which expresses ability, but ability of the past, right? So could is used to talk about an abilities which were present in the past, right? So can and could, these are the two modal auxiliaries. The first one, can, is used to express our ability in the present situation, right? But I could run fast. This word here, could, is a modal auxiliary which is used to express the possibility of past, right? So if it's the third example, I'm able to speak, right? As I do have a tongue, right? So I'm able to, word here, able to is a modal auxiliary which expresses ability, right? So be able to, this modal auxiliary can be used in all the three types of tenses, but can is used in present tense and could is used in past tense, right? So these are the three modal auxiliaries which expresses possibility. Now coming to, sorry, which expresses ability. Right? Now coming to modal auxiliaries which expresses possibility. There are again three types of modal auxiliaries which expresses possibility: may, might, and could. Right. So these are the three modal auxiliaries which are used to express possibility. Right. For ability we have can, could, and be able to. Again in possibility we have could. Right? But may, might, and could, these are the three modal auxiliaries which expresses possibility. If you see the first example, right, you may be the topper, right? So you may be the topper, it indicates stronger possibility, right? You may be the topper, huh? Right. So you may be the topper, it indicates over here, may indicates stronger possibility. If you see the second example, you might be the topper, right? So you might be the topper. This sentence, in this sentence, might expresses possibility, but weaker than may, right? So may expresses stronger possibility, and might expresses weaker possibility as compared to may. If for example, what here could is the auxiliary which expresses possibility. So you could be the topper of tomorrow, right? You could be the topper of tomorrow. What here could expresses possibility in the future, right? So as we use over here the word tomorrow, so it indicates that there might be there is the possibility in future that you could be the topper or of tomorrow, right? So these are the three modal auxiliaries: may and could. May is stronger possibility, might indicate weaker possibility as compared to may, and could indicates possibilities in the future, right? So now the next category of modal auxiliaries is modal auxiliaries expressing suggestion, advice, and duty. There are two modal auxiliaries, should and ought to, which are used to express suggestion or duty or else advice, right? So if you see the first example, you should start reading, right? You should start reading if you want to improve your thought process, right? So over here, should is a modal auxiliary which indicates suggestion or advice, right? So should is a modal auxiliary which is used to express suggestion, right? You should start reading, right? So the second example, right? You ought to inform her, right? Word here, ought to is a modal auxiliary. You ought to inform her, right? So ought to is a modal auxiliary which expresses duty, right? So these are the two modal auxiliaries, should and ought to, which are used to express suggestion, advice, or duty. Then now the next category of modal auxiliary is modal auxiliaries express promise. There are two modal auxiliaries which are used to express promise: will and shall, right? As you know that we generally use shall with first person pronoun, right? I and will, and will, sorry, I and we. We use I and we with the first, with, right? I and we are the two pronouns which are called as first person pronoun, which are generally followed by shall, right? So but whenever we express promise, then the situation get reversed, right? So will is used I and we, and shall is used with third and second person pronoun. If you see over here the first example, I will work hard, right? So in this sentence, will is a modal auxiliary which expresses promise, right? Generally we use shall after I, but whenever you find will, right, followed by I, right, so then it indicates promise. I will work hard, right? So I'll work hard for the betterment of a company, right? So word here will indicates promise. Right? And this, in the second example, she shall come with you, right? As she is the third person pronoun, it should be followed by will. But here we have shall, right? So shall is a modal auxiliary which again expresses promise, right? She shall come with you, right? So these are the two modal auxiliary, will and shall, which expresses promise. Now the next category of modal auxiliaries is modal auxiliaries expressing necessity and compulsion. Right. There are these three modal auxiliaries: must, have to, and had to. Right. Which expresses a necessity of compulsion. The first example is you must return my money. So in this sentence, must is a modal auxiliary which indicates necessity, right? If you may have taken money from me, right? So you must return my money. So what must is necessity, right? So in life, second example is in life you have to face difficulties, right? So over here, have to sorry, over here have to index compulsion. Right? So these are various types of modal auxiliaries which we discussed today. Today we talked about these types of modal auxiliaries expressing permission. So there are three types of modal auxiliaries which express permission. Can, may, and could. Can is used in informal situation. May is used in formal situation, and could is used to say permission more politely, right? Then there are modal auxiliaries expressing ability. Can, could, and be able to. Can is used to talk about our present ability. Could is used to talk about our past abilities. And be able to can be used in any kind of tense, right? Then the third type of modal auxiliaries expressing possibility. There are three types of modal auxiliaries expressing possibility: may, might, and could. May indicate stronger possibility, might indicate weaker possibility than may, and could indicates the possibilities in the future. Then the next type of modal auxiliaries is modal auxiliaries expressing suggestion, advice, or duty. Right. There are two modal auxiliaries which are used to express suggestion or advice: should and ought to. Then we discuss modal auxiliaries expressing promise, will, and shall. Right. Actually, whenever we find will followed by the first person pronoun, right? So then that is modal auxiliaries expressing promise, and third person pronoun uh, followed by shall, then that shall is modal auxiliary expressing promise. Then we talked about modal auxiliaries expressing necessity and compulsion. Must, have, had to are three of modal auxiliaries which are used to express necessity and compulsion. That is what we have discussed today, and I hope that you understood whatever we have discussed and you get my point, right? So we'll stop over here and we'll discuss the other topics of English grammar in our next video. So please like, share, and subscribe our channel. Thank you.